Hello, welcome to episode 17 of our Timberborn Update 4 modded playthrough with the Folktales faction here in cycle 33, day 7. Last time, we finished planting our trees here. We planted a lot more maple trees over here to bolster our maple syrup production. And we did a few other enhancements in various locations, made the groundwork for some more Torii gates, hit a couple of them into the trees here. We're going to find out a more, elegant solution than this, but we did get something going there. Got a little bit more improvement in this general area, but not too much. We're going to be doing a whole lot over here this time around. And we also have some enhancements to this carnival area. Going to get to long-term goals we probably should be aware of. Of course, our eventual march up the hill to the long-promised industrial area with all sorts of crazy stuff. It's coming. Not today, but it is coming. Next week, hopefully we'll be able to start here. And part of that journey is going to involve us heading, I guess we can call this north. It'll be up in the time-lapse screenshots whenever I'm able to fix those after I broke everything. But we're going to start heading this way, bit by bit, however we can. We'll see if we can start moving across this way today, maybe put another district crossing over here. Depending on how things work out, we do have a couple other things to take care of. But aside from that, we of course want to start really ramping up our food production and our raw ingredient production so we can start doing bots soon, because we're going to want those when we go up over here. Other things, we want to be gradually looking for ways to reduce the working hours. Granted, 16 hours is probably about where we should be for right now, because we don't have any bots and there's still plenty that needs to be done, but we are going to start working toward, I think 12 is probably a pretty happy medium for right now. Other things, we got a few small things to fix with our water dumps. Some of you guys alerted me to. We have a couple things that haven't been connected right, and our Iron Islands district is really in need of some love in the way of recreational and decorative stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of that today, and maybe think of a couple other things. But first things first, let's go ahead and dive right on in. And we're going to adjust our water dumps. Instead of above 2.9, I'm going to go above 2.95. Give it a little bit more of a buffer, just to keep it greener longer. And I just have to remember where I have all these things. I think, yeah, there's the one here. Yeah, we'll just fix that. We're not going to put it at 3, but 2.95 is just about full. We have a couple more. I know we have somewhere over here. There we go. I probably missed one. Yeah, if I missed one, please do let me know in the comments. I can't always remember everything as much as I'd like to. But I would very much like to make sure that we're not making any horrible mistakes. Oh yeah, we have this one too. Let's do that really quick. Alright, there we go. So that's taken care of. That's an easy thing to fix. Another thing, several of you pointed out over several episodes, yes, this warehouse is not connected. That was on purpose, so I could put these lumberjack flags on top, but now there's really no reason not to have them connected. So we'll go ahead and put in our, come on, let me place this down. Put in our little platform here, hook that up so we can have some storage. And unfortunately, I can't stack these large piles because the folktales don't have that. But for right now, I think this is going to be a satisfactory number of treated planks for right now. We might end up actually stacking. Can I get away with this? You know, I actually could. All right, you know, that's not the worst thing ever. Why don't we just go ahead and do this? Just so I don't have to worry about it again for a little while. We'll just double stack with the help of our friends. The side platforms. Put in another one of these guys right here, and a little path on top of that. And there we go. Super increase to the capability of our mine right here. And yeah, there we go. Next thing that you guys have been rather vocal about is making this area a little better. And one thing that's going to make that a whole lot better is to continue migrating these scavenger flags up this way, as well as all of this storage. Now, when I first put this in, there were a lot of ruins in this whole area that were pretty much completely blocked off this entire other half of this island. So, easy thing to do is now, let's actually pause real quick. and just put in a couple of these guys up here. We're not going to need to have a billion of them. But easy thing to do. Just get rid of this. Get rid of all those. And instead, we got... I probably shouldn't have done this way, but... Got these guys right here. Easy fix. Just like so. Put our thing right there. So now these guys should still be able to reach, I believe, just about all of this. We might have to send somebody down on a ladder to come grab this stuff. But they should be able to reach everything else that's here. And what this does is this moves all of this stuff off of this area so we can start planting trees. That's right. More trees. You knew it was coming. But before we get there, let's go ahead and make good use of the rest of our space here by giving them a nice big place to put scrap metal. We'll set that to supply. We'll go ahead and get rid of these. The haulers will take care of all of the debris on the ground for us. And now all we have to do is in the middle of this, place a nice water dump. It'll be very easy for us to do if we go ahead. I guess I could unpause. Blast this all the way down. Should be, yeah, height is 3. That should be the perfect height. We'll do that. Place our water dump here, and then we can have... Actually, I can just go ahead and set this up like so, and we can actually start planting trees. Well, that's going to irrigate the rest of this, which will actually be blasted down once this is all removed. But for the time being, this is going to be the best way for us to get a head start on everything. So that is going to be able to reach, hopefully, most of this part over here once this is blasted down. If not, we can put another one in. Not really that big of a deal. But this will give a little bit more tree growing possibilities for us. And then we're not going to have to worry about harvesting the trees because, well, there's no trees to harvest. And the ones we're planting are going to take a really long time to grow. Our favorites, the oak trees. So we'll go ahead and get those started here at the front. Leave a little bit of space open for the rest. And eventually come cut the rest of these down. But I want to make sure that our guys can get rid of all that. Let's go turbo speed. Get this thing kicking. Try to keep this episode under an hour for those of you who do not like the longer ones. I do appreciate you and I do care about you. I'm not ignoring you. So that should take care of that. We got a couple more trees up here to clean up, so we'll just drop a lumberjack flag, make sure that is marked. They all are. And once this is done, I'm going to blast this top bit down. We're going to make that a little bit more level. We're not going to go completely flat, I don't think, because of the way we've built all of these things up. But this little bump here can easily come down, and I'm kind of tempted, honestly, to have this connect across here, but we already have this district crossing. So I don't really know if that's going to be what we want. But anyway, we're going to get this done here, and then I think it would be really cool, especially since we have this power right here, to go ahead and put in a second carnival area right here on this island. A couple of you asked for it, said, hey, the Iron Islands has not been getting much in the way of recreational activities. And there are, in fact, 73 beavers here who I'm sure would love to have the chance to do some fun things like their friends over here in Beaverburg can. Look how fast this guy's going, man. Oh, this is so cool. I just love this so much. I hope the wind starts blowing soon, because they're sucking this thing dry. Well, at any rate, we've got a lot of opportunity to keep this going. A number of you have said that I should be putting some water wheels here. I mean, I guess. But we really don't need it. Not right now, at least. And this might not even be flowing out this way by the time we're finished up here. That is going to have to remain to be seen. How are we looking here? They're not going to plant these because, well, they're not going to. They can't reach it, and I don't feel like building another one of these. Well, actually, these are all tapper shacks now. They are all tapper shacks, right? Okay, good. We also, last time, I didn't mention this at the top of the episode, but we have our aquatic farmhouse, the third one we built, that can have access to all of this space. We haven't done anything with that yet. I don't think we're really going to need to. we've got all these things. I guess we have enough wood now I can start turning some of these back on. Because we are going to need... that. So I'll turn like about half of these on. Get these guys working a little bit more. We are producing plenty of additional trees. As soon as these grow up a little bit more. We sure have a lot of them over here, though. I'll tell you that. And more of these getting planted just as soon as they can reach it. They've got a little bit more construction to do on these guys, and then they'll be making their way there. But I think this is probably about as far as we want to go from this district without starting a new one. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. We do have plenty to do, so we'll keep on going that way. Now, I had people ask for a bridge to get to this area, which we could do pretty easily. I mean, this is a full 2 blocks higher than this thing over here, but we could, in theory, put a bridge. I don't know that I really want to, though. However, I do like the idea of going into our torii gates. I love this great wooden one. We don't have the bot part factory yet, of course, but I really like the idea of putting this maybe right here. I'm not going to let them start building this. Okay, we'd probably move it 1 or 2 blocks further this way, but like, look how cool that looks. And it reaches, if we move it 1 more block over, well, I guess it still reaches... Oh, all except this wall. Move it over, and then all these guys will get the aesthetic bonus for that if we move that over. But of course we can't because we don't have bots yet. As soon as we get bots, we'll be building one of these, just so you guys are in the loop on that. But I just thought that was cool, something easy, quick to address. This area is looking pretty good. There's a few more things we could do. I'm not entirely sure what the best option would be, but I think it would be probably smart to have a couple of other things for beavers. That's the RCE thing. Beavers to sit and relax doing or engage with in the well-being tab, which of course we do have the option to put in a campfire, which is something that probably is pretty sorely needed. So if you put one of those right here, you have the advantage of having the paper lanterns right here, and I think we could put another set on this other side. Just turn this around. Yeah, look at that. Look how cool that looks. I love that. That is fantastic. So that'll give them a second campfire. Because a number of you said, hey, how can you expect them to go to the campfire if they don't have time to go to the campfire? Which, you know, makes perfect sense. So we'll put another one over here. And maybe a couple shrines, too. I don't think we have any shrines over here. I think these are all just shrubs. Yeah, and these, of course, are the forward-facing benches. We have our torii gate here actually going through it, which, you know, makes perfect sense. That's how that's supposed to be used. Although, I guess the holiness of a a beaver theme park. And are these Shinto? What the torii gates are from? Forgive me, I'm not up to speed on a lot of Eastern religion stuff. But anyway, I doubt that this actually has anything to do with the, you know, cultural significance of these, but looks cool. We also can take this shrine out. We can actually provide a path through this one as well. Really easily, even if it's kind of redundant, but it's there, and we can do it, so that's fine. Now, other things to consider. This is looking good. I don't think we need to worry about having a gate over here, although it probably would be nice, because all of the beavers are going to be in an area where they are able to take advantage of one, with the exception of this guy right here. This building does not have one, and I think the easy way to do it would be to just, you know, place a platform here, go into decorations, and pick our favorite one here, and just do one of these numbers. Doesn't look terrible. It's functional. It's fine, I guess. So we'll just make sure that that's all good to go. Any of these trees growing up yet? I doubt it. Yeah, they're going to take a little bit more time. But I want to know, have they started planting these? Yes, they have. All right, looking good. This guy cut everything down already? All right. So, bring on the dynamite. Let's go. Blow this place to smithereens up here. Should be able to reach all of these. Yep, looks good. We'll blast that away, and then we'll start doing our own stuff. And in the meantime, we've got some space over here to expand our housing a little bit. I think it might be a quick and easy, smart idea to put in a triple lodge right here. So, of course, I do like to blast these down, so I'm going to go ahead and prioritize these 6 dynamite since, well, I've already had a bunch of them over here. And we'll put in another house, another triple lodge with a little roof thing on top of it right there. And then I think we can probably get rid of the some of these small storages. This is a great place to put a torii gate. We do treated. The nice one right here actually should... Oh, that's not even going to reach all of these. Well, that's fine, I guess. Come on, give me a bonus here. I don't know why it's so picky about placement for this. There we go. So that will reach this house that we're putting in. All right. Please nobody step on this. All right. Great success. Nobody died. I don't know why the triple lodge is to the left of the double lodge. That just has never made sense to me. But we'll stick that guy there. 3x2 roofing right there. And that's not too shabby. I kind of want to try to avoid cheesing the placement of the gates too much. I figure most beavers are going to go through this at some point in their day, especially once this becomes a recreational area. So that's honestly probably fine. This island probably could actually really use a strategically placed gate. How, oh, good. These two trees we can just avoid replanting. When they're cut down, we'll just put a gate here. There's a lot of them going through this way as well. That should be a pretty easy thing to solve. Is this out of the range of the... Yep, sure is. We never even thought about that. So let's just go ahead and reclaim this. Actually, we could unplant. Could unplant this and let it naturally spread, naturally propagate here. But I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll put in one more of these facing this way. And then I will unplant these so that they can naturally spread once these are mature trees. If they don't get, cut down first. That's at 99%. So it actually stands a decent chance if this is properly removed. So I'm just going to go ahead. Easy way out. Do this. Maybe they'll spawn some. If not, then we can use this space for some more storage or a couple more lumberjack flags. You know how we roll. That's just the way it works. So this, of course, is not going to be... When did that take 35 logs? I don't remember it being that much. Are they done building over here? Oh, this is already almost full. Sheesh. All right. Well, I can't say that they're not getting busy here. All right, making good progress here. We'll come back and check on that at a later time and fix all of that fun stuff. Everything else over here is seems to be working mostly. Water supply's looking good. Food supply's looking good. Chestnuts still haven't really caught up yet, but these are still all growing, so that's fine. Let's just make sure we're not cutting down our trees unnecessarily. Looks like these are all good. They're all planted as best they can. These should be bearing chestnuts within the next couple of days. These should be growing within the next couple of days. Well, maybe the next week in-game. Probably is fine. All right, so next big thing is migrating northward. Easy thing right here with these ruins to go ahead and take advantage of that. But we want to make sure we have a pretty clear, easy pathway. I think the easiest thing to do would be to kind of match the height here to get onto where these dandelions are. And just go straight across. Could have an underwater path, could have some bridges. Eventually, whenever Choo-Choo is working, unfortunately it still is not working. But whenever it is working properly, I want to make good use of our path extensions mod that has these wonderful steel bridges that carry the trains very, very nicely. I don't remember these 10x1s existing. I thought it only went up to 5. Okay, well that's kind of cool. That's really cool. I guess, what is that V? Does that have some sort of other, Oh, that's a complete bridge. That's what it is. Hold on, what? /N. Oh, okay, that's a coding thing. Complete bridge with both start and finish. All right, well that works. But I digress. We're going to have a path come out this way. I guess it doesn't really have to be super direct, but having it go like this isn't really ideal. Nor is this going over like this. So I kind of want to just have this take the place of our shower here, or just come off the end of this. It doesn't necessarily have to be complicated, I just tend to make things overly complicated for absolutely no reason other than just, hey, maybe that might be cool, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I guess we can put that in place and that'll be fine. But we want to go ahead and no matter how we get over there, we just want to get over there. And I think the easiest, most pain-free way to do that is going to be to just have underwater paths and just deal with it. So we'll have that line up there. We got to have the frog paths. It is, after all, law. Lag. I love it. All right. We'll have to do that up here. This should... Yeah, that's too high. TWO high, not TOO high. There we go. They'll come up that way. They'll come up that way. Get that path on top. I guess it should be a frog path if we want to be consistent. All right, so that's going to bring them up here. And these dandelions we don't need because we have our own dandelion farm down here. That is more than adequate for all of our needs. So what we'll do is I'm just going to have them clear out a space here. No problems. I'm going to place a district crossing right here. And then we'll have a separate district. We'll be, for right now, just harvesting wood. Harvesting our ruins right here. Very small group of beavers. With the goal of eventually damming this up, turning this into another lake, and having... actually, maybe we could blast something through here and have this just be kind of a nice lazy river area. Or something to that effect. Maybe a nice hillside villa for our beavers. Just some ideas. We also have this cute little island here that we could maybe do something with. But for right now, I'm going to let them get to work building all of this stuff, getting that ready to go. And that should get us in a pretty good spot. So what else is on our list? I did say that we're going to do our carnival area here if they have this all taken care of. Which it looks like they almost do. So we'll go ahead, put these last few dynamites in place, blow this sky high, and start building. How are we looking over here? This is in place. Good. Got a couple more of those to do, and then we'll get back to what we got to get back to. We also had a couple of requests in the comments to check. We have 300 beavers. Wow. To check and see who is where doing what jobs. So, actually, I could just look at, no, I'll just, got redacted here. We got two 4B riggers, builder's hut, and a hauling post. Roy Bratton working at the district crossing, other Roy Bratton working at the hauling post, a Cunningham. I am so tired of hearing that noise already. Builder's hut, Ace working at the builder's hut. That's not a regular one. Alex Kudzin, we got 2 of you guys. Water pump and a grill. I'm going to delete that sound file. alvsindre working at the hauling post. Anonymous over on Patreon working at the hauling post. If I skip you, it's not intentional. I just don't know who to keep track of here. I guess, is a Valga's a beard booster? Well, if you're not, then, well, nobody else is ever going to know. But if you are and I don't get you, then I guarantee you're going to be upset. So, see, District Crossing, Tapper's Shack, Bam 905 working at the bakery, and the district crossing. I'm going to murder this beaver sound. Battery Smooth, the venerable mod creator. Efficient Farmhouse, and the Forester. Binday HO3K, working at the hauling post. Boy working at the district center. Brian Ott, Builder's Hut. We got 2 caboodles at the Efficient Farmhouse and the hauling post. Cecily Woodman working at the hauling post. I think this is a default name, but in case you're a beard booster, I really ought to just delete the default names at this point. Bakery, Did I already click on you? City Builders Rule. Got 2 of you. Water pump, grill. I want to say that's a default name. Cowface Dev working at the aquatic farmhouse. Croast working at the bakery. That's a different sound I haven't heard before. Working at the bakery and the scavenger flag. Darticus working at the district crossing. 2 Davies. Water pump and a packing plant. Actually, if they're sleeping, the sounds are going to be less annoying. So let's pause the game. Dealanach working at the water pump and the lumberjack flag. Degree OMG. Another lumberjack flag. Devilish Fun. Hauling post. District center. I think this is a default name. Dirttracker, Tapper Shack. Disturbed Simulations working at the gear workshop. Dirttracker works in at the Dutch windmill. Could also be a default name, but it seems familiar. Hauling post, printing press. That's a default name. Dr. Helfenstein working at the lumber mill. This seems like a default name. Fabrizio, that's a beard booster. Hauling post, Ford Prefect, that's a default Hitchhiker's Guide reference I put in. Frail Rain working at the Efficient Farmhouse, Fracture 23 at the hauling post and the smelter. Gary working at the lumberjack flags, GinUpTheWater working double duty at the district center and the Efficient Farmhouse. Are these 2 separate districts? Absolutely, man. This guy gets around. gtmonica working at the hauling post and the other hauling post. Are they, How about that? You got an next door neighbor that's got the same name and the same job as you. That's got to get confusing. I bet they get each other's mail all the time. Guns and Bourbon, District Crossing, Hakan working at the wood workshop. Hey, you get to sleep on the observatory island. That's nice. He-Man Shu working at the aquatic farmhouse and the hauling post. We've got IFS working at the Tapper Shack. Jack Galvin holding it down at the mine over in the Iron Islands. James Peacock at the hauling post. We got Healthy Dose of Game Lag. Jared Murphree working at the Efficient Farmhouse and the hauling post. Jason working at the hauling post. JLB124 at the scavenger flag. And Unemployed. Okay, well, I guess you can find something. Oh, look at the well-being, 55. Yeah, because you don't have to do anything. Jesse the Unending working at the paper mill with a 62 well-being. That's impressive. Gonna live nice and long with a plus 110% life expectancy bonus. Let's see. Your other counterpart working at the hauling post. Justin Gadbury at the Builder's Hut. Joe Coulter at the hauling post. John Hanks at the smelter and the hauling post. John Keith at the hauling post. Joshua Krumholtz at the observatory and at the hauling post. Joski working at the hauling post. Let's see who else. Jules M at the district center. JulyFlame working at the observatory and also the hauling post. Who else? Who else? It's definitely a beard booster here. A whole lot of default names with K's. Lafiel, I think that's how you wanted that pronounced. Working at the smelter. MallesBixie working at the water pump. Marvin, that's a default Hitchhiker's Guide thing I stuck in there. Matt Drums at the hauling post and at the other hauling post. Mitchell Walker pulling double duty at the Dutch windmill and the scavenger flag. Mohamed Tharwat working at the hauling post and the Efficient Farmhouse. Monroe Stupendo working at the packing plant. And the Inventor. Enterprising. Mostly Harmless, that is a Hitchhiker's Guide reference. MP3 Zilla Lumber Mill. Hauling post. Nam DZ packing plant. Nani working at the district crossing. Nano Kore working at the hauling post. Who else? Who else? Peach Jackson working at the mine and the hauling post. Oh, wow, we got a lot of these guys in here. Query Everything. Longtime Patreon supporter. Beard Booster at the Builder's Hut. And the district center. Rare Kumiko working unemployed. 81. Okay, well, enjoy your retirement for the next, 3 days until the beaver ceases to exist. Ravinia Marie working at the hauling post. We got Redneck 353 at the Builder's Hut. Richard G at the water pump and also at the Gatherer's flag. Rick working at the efficient farmhouse and the smelter. We got a 12. We got a beaver at the age of 12 working at a smelter. How about that? That's a child labor violations, unless you live in Arkansas, I guess. Rogue operations working at the district crossing. We've got Roy Gray working at the water pump. Who else? Who else? Sir Chris Kringle working at the inventor and the hauling post. Skrymer U working at the hauling post and the hauling post. We got a lot of hauling posts in here, don't we? Stakier working at the paper mill. Steve LaFurla working at the hauling post. First Patreon supporter. Shout out to you, Steve. Stephen Ross working at the hauling post. Let's see. Tanake working at the mine and also at the printing press. texasgamemom at the aquatic farmhouse. The I Hilmy at the district crossing. Theon Greyjoy. Are either of these in the Iron Islands? Nope. Beaverburg and... there you go. There you go. District Center, age 50. That's our boy right there. Let's see. Trillium sounds like a beard booster name. Hauling post. I really ought to just delete the rest of these non-ones at this point. We got like 90 something. I think it's time. Volophone OG at the hauling post. Who else? Who else is here? Wilco Ufert, District Crossing and the printing press, making some books. William Laguna at the efficient farmhouse. Z05 Builder's Hut. Zippy Boo at the efficient farmhouse and the Builder's Hut. And last but not least, I guess it put the acrylic characters at the end, but we call him Kurt, working at the efficient farmhouse. And we have some beaver children, which obviously aren't working anywhere, but you see your name on here. Well, congrats. You, that's a lot more than 19 beaver children. I think this thing doesn't know how to do math, but I digress. That's everybody. All the beard booster beavers. So hopefully you caught yourself in there. If you didn't, well, you can rewind and look again, because I guarantee your name's there. So we got a little bit less than half an hour left to try and get some stuff done. I probably should have had this unpaused the whole time, but, you know, I was tired of hearing the sounds from all the beavers. The sounds are very irritating. Fortunately, that's done with. Let's go ahead and detonate these. Okay, so now we have a nice big area here to play with. We have power ready to go. Although, we're probably going to need to have an additional windmill to handle the rest of this. So let's go ahead and stick in a large windmill right here. These framed flywheels do have a pretty significant parasitic draw. So as much as I do love these, and the, you know, little quote from yours truly here in the description, I don't think we're going to be building any more of those for right now. We'll just have a regular shaft there. But that'll give us hopefully another approximately 300. Should support the addition of a couple of fun things. Frog statue, of course, is going to be mandatory. But I figure we can go ahead and see about... Is this going to fit nicely? I don't think it's going to let me build... I could do right here. That might actually work okay if I take our brick path out a few more. Give him a carousel, back that thing right up. I am going to have to put in another, what do you call it here? Instead of a straight power shaft. Yeah, that's a very scientific term right there. What you call it? Put that guy in place. And then once that's all built, these three things, well, four things, I guess, technically, we'll come in and put this on the other end. But we can go ahead and start decorating as if it's already there. Just have to make sure we keep out of the carousel. Okay, that's going to work out really nicely. So we'll leave space there. I'm going to go ahead and use our brick path again because that looked really nice. Come out one this way. And I think that's going to work out quite nicely. We'll do our shrubs on either side. We're going to have some room here. And we're going to have a torii gate, depending on where our carousel ends up. All right, so I can actually move this brick one more right here. Just like so. And we'll take these outer ones away. This will be the entrance to the carousel right here, if I have that planned out correctly. Let's just double check one more time. Yep, I did that exactly perfectly. Good. We'll put that guy there. And then the entrance to the carousel, why don't we try and make that into a torii gate? That'll benefit the beavers working in our smelters too. So we'll stick that guy right there. Nice treated wood. Actually, hold on. This is the Iron Islands. No, we got to class this up a little bit. Iron torii gate. There you go. Put one of those right there. They have the same radius, so that should work just fine. And over here, we do have the treated wood one over in the residential area, but this is the business and fun area. So that'll be, I guess, partially a monument to the beavers' industriousness working over here in the smelters. That should be quite nice. Let's not forget to put our path lanterns in. The paper lanterns, I really love this mod. I think this is fantastic. So I think what we can actually do... Oh, it's not going to let me do that, is it? Because that, yep, that takes up space. That's why it's on the path. Can I... Yes. Oh, that's perfect. We'll do that. And then I can build some stuff on the other side. That looks fantastic, as is. It would be so cool if I could put these on the bridges, but I don't think I can. Can I put them on this? Doesn't look like it, but I can... Or we already have lanterns here. Never mind. Never mind. All right. You know what we can do here? Treated wood torii gate. How about that? That'll be a very nice addition right there. Looking good. Looking good. And guess what? We have space right here to do a second one. We could do, let's see, primitive one doesn't look too snazzy. Simple. Well, the demo version I think looks really nice. So that's just kind of the basic one, but that's okay. We can put that one there. That is a-okay to stick in that spot. Yeah, we gotta detonate this one more time. One more time. We haven't forgotten yet. That is progressing nicely. Okay, just need this one to go in. Let's actually speed that guy up, get that put in place, because that's going to make it so much easier if this is already done. Come back in a little bit to check on that. Trees are already growing. Are these marked for cutting? Almost all of them. Almost all of them. I'm glad we checked. So now that's taken care of. Looking good. We got plenty of maple syrup stored up. This is looking nice. Making very, very good progress here. This is now... Yep, looks free and clear. Good to go. So into district management, we go with a district crossing. Right here. Stick our path right there. And then on the other side, we'll go ahead and put another ladder. I can't remember if they'll bring in planks or not. I think we might as well just go ahead and have a drop-off space for planks. And I don't think we're going to need anything else to be able to go ahead and get the rest of this working here. But I am going to mark all of these trees for cutting. Yeah, this is the part where the game really starts to not be happy about the amount of things I've got going on here. That's all right. We're going to do our best anyway. So let's put this back into turbo speed. Drought is about to start, actually. But hey, we've got full water storage. Everything's looking a-okay. We probably could stand to have a little bit more water storage in this district. But I don't really have a good spot to put any of that. I guess I could put something else over here. But for now, that is about as good as we're going to get. Yes, we're choppy now. 14 FPS. Leave a comment below if I should spend $1,000 on a new graphics card. Please don't make me buy a new graphics card. I cannot afford one. But I would love to be able to play this game at a higher frame rate. I suspect it's probably my CPU, though. Like how I like my CPU. It's got enough threads for me to do video rendering very, very fast, but it's not the best single core performance. I think it's 3.8 gigahertz across 24 logical cores. So, you know, it does quite well. It's just the only problem is it's only 3.8 gigahertz when why is this complaining about not being connected? The Intel CPUs, I believe, will do... Some of them will go up to 5.0 or a little higher if you do overclocking. No, I'm not building an entire new computer to play Timberborn. Not happening. But I do wonder why this doesn't have... Oh, it's because it's not connected to a district center because we won't have a district center. But they will go through here to build the rest of this stuff, so that's looking good. Planks, I guess that can be for... logs. And... Oh, I'm going to have to put a district center up here. So, I really should have got the 4-way district center from the... from the Water Beaver mod, which is fantastic. It's almost like a separate game. Almost like a separate game. Kind of is a separate game. But I'm going to sacrifice these pine trees just so we can have a path to our district center here. I don't think we're going to lose any sleep over it. These guys should still be able to do that, since this isn't really functioning as a district center. Hey, we've got MallesBixie and a City Builders rule working over here in the district crossing to nowhere. Fun job. Probably just chilling all day. But at this point, we should be... Yeah, look at this. That's what I'm talking about. We got a Ferris wheel ready to go. We got this guy. Now we just need one more straight power shaft. Let's actually turbo speed this guy. See if I can get these logs to play nice here. Let's just there we go. Just kind of shove this. There we go. That's out of the way. All right. Unpause. Please do not build these. Thank you. All right. As soon as that's done, let's place in our carousel. Beautiful. Beautiful. And what can go right back here in our storage, we have... where is this thing? We've got a long, tiny warehouse. That would be a perfect place to put some packaged foods. We'll set that to obtain. Go into our decorations, put a 1x2 roof on top of that. And then right next door, you know what we're going to put in there. We've got a small covered tank, also something that is included in the Water Beaver mod. Assign that to water. Looking good. We'll give that its own little roof piece as well. And there we go. Now we got a little refreshment station. Looking quite snazzy indeed. And then right here we can go in and put a bench here and a bench here. I guess we'll just put some more shrubs for right now. Some nice decorative enjoyment here. Hopefully this carousel doesn't completely upset our power balance here. But we'll see. It's just about done. Just has to get finished up, which I guess they'll do tomorrow because it's already past their beaver bedtimes. But I believe we have this area set up to be pretty self-sufficient power-wise. Yep, these are charging up quite nicely. We should be able to have minimal issues with having our other little carnival area here. Now, how are we looking? This is ready to blow. Looking good. All right, stream gauge, in you go. In the hole, please. Thank you. Water dump, not a water pump. Stick that guy there, let that get filled up, and we can start planting some more of these oak trees. Got a little bit more ruins to grab that should still be in range. It looks like it. Hey, Mitchell. They should be grabbing that at some point. And the more of this that they remove, the more we can plant. And that is going to be very, very nice indeed. These lumberjack flags, I'm going to put 3 right here once we actually have trees to, you know, remove. These are going to take quite a long time. It's going to be next episode for sure by the time we get to that. So we'll come back and check on this a little bit later. Now how are we looking? Hey, look at that. We got some beavers in here. Oh, the pitch change. That's kind of concerning. Nobody on the Ferris wheel. All right, suit yourself. I know where I'd rather be. Oh, yes. Microsoft PowerPoint Beaver Edition. Gotta love it. All right, this is next to be removed. That shouldn't be there. Let's get you out of here. I guess we could just maximum priority these guys. Get that going. You know what that means? We're going to need to name this district, folks. So please feel free in the comments to give suggestions for name candidates for District 4, which I guess technically isn't actually the 4th district. It's really the 3rd district. But yeah, let me know what you want this to be called. This is most likely going to be luxury beaver housing, eventually, like an estate kind of thing. Might have some sort of a similar design to, if you remember our first aesthetic-focused, quote-unquote, series around the end of last year. Was that series number 5? I can't remember, but it's on the channel. And if you remember any of that, then I think I want to make it something a little bit similar to that. A little bit of landscaping, some nice wooded housing, villas, plenty of swimming with Lidos here. So yeah, taking suggestions for that. We'll run a poll sometime, probably early next week, to determine what we're going to name this. And then, of course, eventually working our way up here. But that's going to take a while. And wow, the FPS is definitely struggling. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Oh, wow, this is almost unusable. Has this been completed? Looks like it has. Going to attach our stream gauge. It's not going to let me, huh? All right. There we go. So that's going to be paused when above 2.95. Come on, give me that 5. Excellent. Unpause when below 2.2. All right, we got Bende HO3K working here in the water dump, at least for right now, until he gets fired because it's finished. All right, and once this gets high enough, the rest of this will be irrigated, and everything is going to be A-okay. So I'll go ahead and put those 3 lumberjack flags right there. That should be enough for right now. And I will put in an additional line of these guys. All right, good progress there. Good progress there. How's our little mini carnival doing here? Got people riding. Nobody's on the Ferris wheel. I guess that's a product of our 16-hour workdays. We should see a couple. Yeah, see, there's that popularity graph. I love the help text for this. Yes, we indeed. Where do you think you're going, Kit? These branches won't peel themselves. Ma Nganal. I actually don't know how to properly pronounce that, but that's flavored text is always fun. All right, let's take a look at my list that you guys can't see because it's on my other monitor here and see what else we've accomplished. We put some more Tory gates in. We finished the water dump minimum raising. We connected that warehouse for the gears. We planted a couple more metal trees. We took a good long look at the working tab to see who's working where. We built the beginnings of a new carnival area. It's not really special yet, but we'll get there. And that was all the notes I had for must accomplish. And we even got up here. Kind of. Just a little bit more. Got to get this this tree removed. But boy, is this game struggling. We're getting into not being able to do 3 times speed territory anymore, folks, and that's going to be a little irritating. But I want someone to just get rid of this one pine tree. Like, who's going to do it? Who's going to be the one to come over here and successfully remove this one pine tree so we can actually have a functioning district? I need to know. I need to know because I want to have this. I want to have this completely functional. I want it to be nice. I want it to work. Although I'm beginning to suspect they won't ever do it just because this isn't connected. So I wonder if, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They should be in range. Should be in range. If I delete this, does it say it's out of range? Does. All right, well, that's a problem, isn't it? I guess what we're going to have to do, just do it the boring way. Just have them remove these, place it here, then so they can get rid of that, and then we'll move it back up there. That's not the fun way, but it's the way we're going to do it, I guess. Just to make sure the game can function properly. Alright, I am going to rename this probably District 3, since that's theoretically the name it's supposed to have. And we have one beaver. One beaver working here. He's going to have some food pretty quickly. Yeah. Alright. Once this dude wakes up, I hope he gets rid of this tree, and then I can just get rid of this and send him back where he needs to go. Alright. Get that tree out of here, my dude. Let's go. Running out of daylight. Alright. That's done. Go home. Give me that district center up here. Come on, let me click. Alright, District 6. This is not... We're going to call this temporarily District 3. And we're going to have to put in some quick and dirty storage for water. And then on the other side, we'll have a small warehouse for our packaged foods. Hook it all up with a path. And there we go. Bare Bones District 3 is theoretically open for business. I am going to put in a couple of those guys and a couple of... Click, thank you. A couple of these guys. Click, thank you. Performances are very, very much suffering. In case you couldn't tell by the frame rate, we're gonna see what we're able to get done here. But once that's constructed, they can start filling it up. And then we'll migrate some beavers in here. And then I think that's going to be a good place to stop for today with the founding of District 4. District 3, excuse me. Soon to be renamed by you guys. So this should be ready to go. Let's migrate a minimum of 4 beavers. Bring them on in here. We'll have 2 work here. We'll have 1 work here. Actually, it's going to have to be more than 4. It's going to have to be, let's say 8. 8 beavers. So that'll be, let's say 2 here. Oh, hey. Raphael and Degree OMG working in the district crossing. Get all this stuff done. Build these scavenger flags. Start harvesting wood. Start gathering metal. And then this is going to be fully functional. Alright, so there you have it, folks. Pretty decent accomplishments. We got these trees starting to grow in. We don't have any syrup coming off of them yet. But that'll be soon enough. And I guess I'll put this in single time speed so the game actually, you know, plays correctly. Look at this. Look at this. This is almost full. Got some trees growing. We got this area fixed up a little bit. Look, we're already full in the treated planks. That's good to see. Did a little bit of something over here. A little bit of something. I still want to do something else over here. We haven't quite gotten there yet. But why don't we close out by putting in a nice, lovely frog statue? If I can find a good place to put that. How about right here? So it's looking out this way diagonally. Give them a nice little pathway there. We'll do a little bit more landscaping next time around. But I think for right now, wouldn't be the worst thing to put a couple of hedges right there. And then maybe we'll figure out some sort of other thing to stick in there. But yeah, that is a pretty good place to stop. I do have this up and running. Looks like we've got... Hopefully. Oh, everybody's got a job. All right, well, we'll build housing for these guys next time. They're not going to die if they don't have housing. They do have food. They do have water. They've got some jobs, and not the end of the world. But we'll figure out what to do with them next time, and we'll figure out what to do with a bunch of this other stuff, too, because we still have to have a lot more wood, a lot more production before we can even think about moving up here. And that's going to take quite some time of all of these guys making a whole bunch of wood. This island as well. But I think think we're good on food for a while. Look at even our chestnuts are starting to recover. We got 690 of them. These trees are growing up. We're harvesting. We don't have a lot of raw chestnuts, but we do have plenty stored up here. We're in good shape. So yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you as always. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything at all you want to discuss, drop me a comment. I do read every single one, even though I can't respond to all of them, but I do read them, and I appreciate you being here. And of course, as always, big thanks, big shout out to our beard boosters making these videos possible, making it easy for me to keep doing this stuff as much as I can with the other obligations I have in my life. But their support really does mean a lot to me, and I very much appreciate it. And I appreciate you too, even if you're not part of that list. But if you'd like to be, there's information in the description. No obligation whatsoever, but if you want to be a part of that, would love to have you to get the early access to the videos and occasional other bonus stuff. But I digress. That's all the time we got for today. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, have a fun and a safe time, and we'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for some Ostriv, and this weekend for at least one live stream. I'll let you know what the plan is for that, because my schedule is moving around a little bit. But glad to have you here. Very thankful for you as always. Take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.